Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Camille Lawson, and I am here with my dear friend Stephen Bentley today. And we wanted to share, I wanted you to hear directly from Steve a little bit more about his Isagenix journey and his story. I did enroll, he will tell you that, Stephen, into Isagenix. And as a health professional, I am not an athlete. I'm not in Stephen Bentley's sort of world. So it's a little bit interesting, isn't it, Steve? Where were you before you heard about Isagenix?
Yeah, gosh, I've been coaching. I'm an Ironman performance coach, and I've been doing that for 17 years when I first heard about Isagenix. I had a lot of athletes that I was coaching all over the world. I've been coach of the year before, prior to getting into Isagenix, and qualified dozens of people to the Hawaii Ironman World Championships. I'd raced there a couple times myself. My athletes have won world championship races around the world at different distances and triathlons. So just had a really good career with that, but I was getting burned out. I was so busy with work. I had 85 athletes at the time all over the world. So I was waking up early in the morning, doing my training, and then getting to work, doing training programs, marketing, looking for new clients, organizing training camps, doing some one-on-one technique sessions. So
Oh my goodness.
I needed a different way to generate some income, but I was also spending an awful lot of money and time trying to get healthy nutrition to my body. So that's kind of where I was. I was kind of stressed out, in pretty good shape, pretty fit, but not really where I wanted to be. And what I was doing was, complicated and, costing a lot of money.
Yeah, and I really appreciate what you're saying, because as a performance coach, and anybody who's listening, that's a big deal. I know Steve had hundreds of clients across North America, still keeps, I know, a few of your special ones. But it's, you know your stuff, which is pretty amazing. Now, how did you hear about Isagenix? I know it was a little bit circuitous.
Yeah, you weren't the first person that told me about it. And the person that told me about it initially actually started talking about it as a weight loss program, and immediately turned me off. At the time, I was 6.5% body fat. The last thing I needed to do was lose weight, right? And most weight loss programs and diets, to me, don't work, and they're not healthy. And if my clients are not getting healthier, their performance is going to go down. And what I was always thinking was weight loss was catabolizing or burning up lean muscle tissue. So I just wasn't interested. And then you eventually talked to me about it, not that long later. And you were saying, I've got this health system that I'd like to talk to you a little bit about. And it's going to help you and your clients access fat more effectively as a fuel source, because it's going to make it more available. And I was like, how does that work? Right? So you immediately got my attention. You didn't tell me it was Isagenix, but you explained it in a different way. And that really intrigued me.
I love that, because really what we know is that there's so many different solutions, and it's not a one thing, no panacea fits all. And so I think that's brilliant. And it is really about great nutrition, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. So what happened, Steve, when you got started? Because it's interesting, you were already someone who was, yes, very stressed out, but already really healthy. So I'm sure we're interested, what happened to you?
Yeah, I was still training a fair bit, but I was 40 years old at the time. I'm 51 now. I'm going to be 52 in about a month or so. And I just had this inch around my waist. I just could not get rid of it. It was bugging me, just to put it nicely. And no matter how hard I worked out, I just wasn't getting rid of it. I was lean, but I had this little spare tire here. And I was and I got going on the program, and within about 2 weeks, that inch was gone, but I actually gained weight. I was heavier than after about 2 weeks after starting the program than I was beforehand, because what got exciting for me was I put on muscle. I put on a quarter of an inch muscle in my arms and my legs, and a half an inch across my shoulders in 2 weeks. I always had a hard time building muscle and getting stronger. So that was really exciting for me. I got leaner, but I built muscle. And that was like the opposite of what I was expecting was going to happen in terms of, you're going to lose weight, you're going to lose muscle. It was an amazing program. So I loved how I felt. My energy went up. I think I slept better as well, but my recovery increased. And I started sharing this with some athletes that I've been working with who were having a hard time releasing excess fat. They got amazing results. And actually, there's two guys that I had go through the program initially, and one went 12% faster and the other one went 14% faster over the span of about a month or two, just from doing a 30-day system that we had at the time And so I saw those results. I knew how I was feeling. So I started sharing it with people and helping a lot of my clients, a lot of friends that I had really get phenomenal results. And that was 11 years ago now. And I've just never looked back. It's just been an amazing journey.
Yeah, and how rewarding, right, to be able to share a gift of something that you know actually works for people. I mean, those are significant numbers, Steve. Wow, 12%. I know enough about athletes, mostly from you, that that's what they long for and very hard to come by. And I mean, to look at you now, of course, you're the picture of health. Now, I do know from experience that Isagenix often changes people's lives, sometimes in unexpected ways. So I'm curious, how would you say that Isagenix has actually changed your life besides really taking your health to an extraordinary level?
Yeah, we'll just get that out of the way first. It's just I'm so much healthier and it's a much easier way now. I'm getting amazing nutrition into my body, which I thought I was eating healthy before because I just was avoiding bad foods, was the reality. Now I'm actually eating healthy because I'm getting all those great nutrients into my body that are missing from food today. And the wide variety of nutrition that I'm getting, could never do that with food from a grocery store or food from a restaurant or whatever. So I'm getting great results. I'm getting a wide variety of nutrition and it's simple and it saves me a lot of money. So I love that. But even beyond that, like I mentioned, I'm almost 52 years old. I don't work anymore. Like I started sharing this with people. Now I've worked hard to do this, right? To bring in a lot of people and help them do the same thing and share this, but it's just a phenomenal system to help people save money on nutritious food and help those that are interested share it with a couple of other people. So a few years into doing this, I just started closing down my coaching business, which is what I was looking for. I love coaching. I love to coach people, but I don't want to have to do that much work to generate the income that I was making. And then with this system of network marketing and being able to share a really effective product with people that works really well and saves them money in the process. It saves them time, saves them money and works. Like I love that. So by doing that, not only has it allowed me to take my health to an unbelievable level, I'm stronger now than I've ever been before. I recover fast, but I've also created this great income that's allowed me to do this full time. And I've got so much more time freedom now that at 52 years old, man, I'm so blessed to be able to have that. And thank you so much for introducing me to Isagenix properly so that I could actually see it and see the benefit of using those products for myself and people that I care about. But then also being able to get plugged into that system to share it with other people and generate that income, because that has transformed my life and given me the time freedom and lifestyle that I've always looked for, and now I've got it, so I love it.
Well, Steve, that is a great story, and I'm so grateful that you said yes. Sometimes people just have to jump out on a limb and say yes, and trust the system and trust the person that's introduced it to them, that they have their best interest at heart, which I certainly did of yours. But you've inspired, I'm sure, many people who are listening to this. And I love getting to know you better. I've loved watching your journey, and you motivate me all the time to be more of an athlete and be my best, healthiest self as well. And yeah, financial freedom at age 52 is pretty awesome. So
yeah, for sure. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks very much for your time, Steve.
Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.